The rusty old man himself has returned. Not Dingus Khan. No, Man of Fifth. Man of Fifth. Excalibur himself playing as the Tech Marine today. I was actually kind of hopeful that he'd be playing a little bit of Auto Malleus, but there you go. Shout out to all the Auto Malleus players, by the way. If you submit a replay featuring the Auto Malleus right now, you will get your cast with priority, so likely within a week or so, whereas most of the time it's like a month, because I do have a schedule. Just a heads up. And Man of Faith today is going to be contesting Dingus Khan, who's going to be going for a little double Guardian opening. Pretty good opening on this map, Greentooth Gorge, when there's a lot of buildings going around. Man of Faith doing something a little bit unusual here, not going for 2 scouts, going for his fast power node. Dodges the Destructor there. Seen that one coming, very aggressive play from the Warlock here, fleeting over. And now going in range stance, hiding behind the yellow cover here. And you can see it's not insignificant, the damage he does. People forget that he's actually got an okay range attack because of the fact that he doesn't have fire on the move. But yeah, against something like scouts, I mean, definitely they can't trade with him when he's in cover like that. So that was a good play. Tech's having to rotate his tactical marines around to deal with them. Of course, if the Warlock does go into melee with attacks, they can just take the garrison, so they're not really too threatened. We'll likely see the Warlock fleet away, and indeed he does. Down here we've got the 2 Guardians blocked together, and they're going to encounter scouts. Tex is doing some sort of fast tech play, perhaps. Going for double contested nodes, though he doesn't have the gen here yet, so this is a bit weird. You would have very much expect a gen drop if he's going for this kind of fast tech play. I don't really understand right now what Tex is doing, and he's actually mismicroing a little bit there. He's looking over here with his... Oh, he went for the Mastercrafted Bolter immediately. Okay, he definitely needs to drop more gens then. Unless he ends up going for something really weird like double tax, which I guess he could. But overall, a mostly suboptimal opening. Bit of a misplay there from Dingus. Should have been engaging the power node with the Guardians around this way so that the capping Tech Marine isn't shooting at them. But he does manage to take out the power node here without losing a single Banshee, so that's pretty good for him. And the attacks are going to be coming back out. You can see the Warlock only has half HP because he's been getting shot while he's been capping. And the Shuri comes out before the Devastators. That's because... I don't know. That's because he bought the Mastercrafted Bolter, but honestly, with the double Guardians, the Banshees, and the fact that he's on an even amount of power with the 2 contested nodes, I feel like this opening definitely favours Dingus. Did he use the Destructor? I guess he did. His attacks are a little bit weakened. And they're backing off from the Warlock. I feel like they could just beat him in melee at this point, to be honest. So Dingus just trying to get rid of this power node right now. Tex, he has replaced this power node. I don't know why he's not building more gens. It's really weird. This is a really good map for fully upgraded scouts. Yeah, his economy is really imbalanced. Even if he wants ASM, he should have a gen. Very, very rusty Excalibur, that's for sure. Rotating the Devastators to this side is a bit odd. Okay, yeah, he sees the Warlock is now forced off and moves them away. Dingus has Rangers in the field, no long rifles on them yet though, just their little recon kit. There's another Ranger squad coming on the way, but I have to assume that that is Overwatch. Devastator's now opening up fire on the Banshees. Combine that with a high-powered shot from the Tech Marine and it equals 1 dead Banshee. We do have the ASM on the way, and still no gens for Tex. Okay, I need to stop looking at his gen farm. He clearly just is not interested in buying gens. Rangers are now upgrading to their Pathfinder gear. Crows are fighting outside my window. Absolute madness. And yeah, he did actually go for the second Rangers, which is kind of insane. This is a huge tier 1 from Dingus. No upgrades on his infantry yet, though, or his Warlock, so I guess it could actually be a bigger tier 1. Is he going for double long rifles, or just single? I mean, the long rifles As you can see here, perfectly good at countering the Devastators. The ASM are going to come along and try to deal with that. There is, of course, nothing to counter-initiate the ASM here. The Banshees are on the other side of the map near the natural VP of Tex, so those two units will be forced off quite easily. Where are the Tax? The Tax are coming up. The Tax already have a Flamer, so Tex is going to initiate a trade for power here. In fact, Dingus doesn't really have anything to bash the power here. His Warlock has no upgrade, so he will take forever. So let's see, can Tex secure the bash right now? There are only 2 gens to bash, but he's got all the assets he needs, really. He's got his Devastators in position, he's got his ASM here. I mean, Dingus is just capping the map. He hasn't upgraded long rifles for this Ranger squad. But he shouldn't be able to stop the bash. ASM. No, ASM, you need to get involved, my guy. Don't let the Tex die here. No, Tex retreats! Oh, Tex. Tex. Oh, that's really bad. He's not going to get the bash. Oh, jeez, Tex. Oh, jeez. He is a very rusty boy. To be fair, I don't know the last time that I seen Tex play this damn game. I think it's easily over 6 months. I think it's longer than me. I think it's like probably over a year. And he's coming in cold just to participate in the Elite League, which I believe is where this game is from. I believe so. Maybe not. Maybe it's just some friendlies. Yeah, Devastators need to get out of there. They can only hold for so long. That Destructor was particularly potent. I think he's doing a good job here with the map control. Obviously, he has far more units than Tex does, so one would expect that he would do quite well in the map control. Just considering how much bleed there has been for Dingus, but really not that much. Wow, Bionics for the Tech Marine as well. This is really weird. What a strange build from Tex. Dingus now dropping a gen on the other farm. So Dingus now has 4 gens, which seems extremely excessive, given he has so much pop, which is lowering his wreck income, and given that honestly his power was not really in that bad of a situation. Tex is even building a turret! What an absolute mad lad! Damn, against Eldar with Rangers? That's very ballsy. You could hollow field to walk Banshees in under infiltration and melee it to death. But also he's behind in tech. He didn't even secure the full gen bash. So a Falcon or a Wraithlord could come out and just destroy this damn thing. That is a very unorthodox play. We'll see if it works out for him. Ironically, because Dingus dropped down so many gens, it's drained all of his requisition, and actually Tex is the one who's going to be able to start his tech to tier 2 first, even though he's quite far behind in power. Tex is currently floating. And now Dingus can start his tier 2, and Dingus starts his tier 2 with near enough perfect timing. Tex is floating a lot.
So they resist us. We have succeeded in our objective.
I don't like seeing Tex like this. It feels like a legendary athlete who has been crippled by some harrowing accident, and now we're watching him attempt to play his sport again, and obviously he's not even a shadow of his former self. And she's getting wrecked over here. Dingus not paying attention, too busy looking on the east side. Will the Tech Marine kill them? Does he have high-powered shot? If he comes out on high-powered shots, he might kill them. Wow, that was really unlucky. The Tech Marine missed loads of those shots. Looks like the Banshees will get out alive just in time. Tex only just starts his tier 2 now, and he was on about 180 power. Brilliant. I love it, Tex. He's got his ASM bashing a gen. That's cute. Unfortunately for him, Dingus has 4 gens, so I don't think that's going to achieve too much. No grenades on this Guardian squad. Could have been a retreat grenade on these ASM, which would have been quite brutal actually. They're quite low HP. I don't know if that would have been enough to kill them. Maybe. Probably would. So, it's tier 2 for Dingus. What is he going to be getting? Is he saving up for a vehicle? I imagine so. He's got so much power, it's unbelievable. Definitely didn't need the 4th gen. It's just delaying him. You might think, oh, well, you know, it's only 100 rec. It doesn't take that long to get 100 rec. Yeah, but the thing is, the game snowballs, right? It's only 100 rec, but waiting the amount of time you spend waiting to get the 100 rec that you need to get your Falcon or your Wraith Lord. Well, if you got the Falcon or the Wraith Lord out 100 rec sooner, you would have pushed the enemy back soon, you would have gen bashed them sooner. So you deny them additional power income. You would have pushed them back and then were able to capture more requisition points. So you deny yourself additional requisition income. The game is very snowbally like that. So just having that Wraith Lord out 100 rec sooner can actually be quite impactful. So I don't know if Dingus has seen the turret here. Dingus also killed the scouts at some point when the scouts went down. He's definitely seen it now. There's not really anything you can do about that. Guardians, they're not going to be able to kill the turret. They'll take forever, even if they flank around it with a hollow field. The turret positioning is actually really good. You need to basically be in melee with it to do anything to it. Banshee's staying in combat for a long time here, but it's worth it. They get the kill there on another attack model. Trying to go for the wipe, which is really desperate. Well, not desperate, just greedy. It's going to be a dreadnought for Tex. Yeah, there was never any gem bash on Tex. As much as... Wow. Dingus is dropping a web gate next to the turret. That could be a death trap. I don't think Tex has realised. So he is not sending the dreadnought over. He's just pushing down the mid. He needs to send the tax with the dread to get a gen bash, but he's not doing that now. He's rotating forces to go deal with this. Is that a drop pod with more tax? This could actually be a pretty good... Oh no, it's just a reinforcement drop pod. Okay, fair enough.
It shall be done.
And the Weber gets destroyed before any units can come out and destroy the turret. That was a weird play by Dingus. He didn't have anything to get in the Webway gate, so... And he hadn't actually built a Webway gate at his base. Classic. Classic. Good effort, Dingus. Good effort, mate. He was gonna flank that turret with a Webway gate, and then he remembered, shit, I don't even have a Webway gate in my base to put units into. Whoops. Anyway, it's gonna be a Wraith Lord versus a Dreadnought. Which, if both of these engage in a melee fight at the same time with full HP, the Dreadnought will win. But you've seen there, the Dreadnought spent a lot of time walking away, getting hit by the shoulder-mounted Bright Lance of the Wraith Lord, so it should win this fight. There is red, though, for a Blessings of the Omnissiah from the Tech Marine player, but he's not doing it, and the Banshees tore the ASM to pieces there. And now the Wraith Lord is in a commanding position to hunt down this Dreadnought and kill it with the Bright Lance. I don't know if he will. Oh god, he might do. Oh, special attack might save the Dreadnought there. That should have been a whole lot more damage that just went into its ass. Where are the scouts for the repair support? They're too busy capping over here. What the hell? Wait. Oh, we've got Devastators positioned in the rear. Oh, wow. This fucking turret is trolling the hell out of them. Tex really needs his scouts here. Oh my god. Sync kill from the Chad Wraith Lord, killing the Chode Dreadnought. But the good thing was, the Banshees got wiped there, because the brutal thing is, when you're in melee with the turret, if you do retreat, you are now in this range of a turret. That does a lot of damage. Even with the 80% reduced damage that you take when you're in retreat, you're still going to take a lot of damage. And so the Banshees wipe, which is a great thing for Tex. Tex now picked up a Melter Gun on his Tech Marine, which is helpful. Bitch slapped that motherfucker away. No, it missed. Goddamn.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy.
Seems like a bit of a greedy play from the Tech Marine. It's very low on HP now. Dreadnought will tie up the Shuriken though. Shuriken was trying to stay in play because it's got a Bright Lance coming on the way. Tech Marine just going to force melee onto the Dreadnought. Dreadnought somehow misses, even though melee attacks are not meant to miss. Level 2 is weird. A little bit of a problem here with the turret. It needs to refocus onto the Guardians. It's currently shooting at the Rangers while the Guardians are getting free damage on it, which is not ideal. What just died? The Wraith Lord just got killed by the Tech Marine? What? Oh my god. Dude. Melter Gun Tech Marine? So strong. Wow, what's he doing? He drops a drop pod on the Guardians. All he had to do was click the turret and refocus the bloody Guardians. What? This is a fucking sloppy game, guys. Jesus Christ. Oh, Wow, nearly kills the Guardians there. I might cast this on Saturday. That'll be a good Saturday cast, right? Depends, we'll see. We'll see how many Saturday casts we've got.
Enemy space marines are claiming over its objectives.
See, normally we have more Saturday style casts than non-Saturday style casts, which kind of limits me, forces me to post the lowest skill games on Saturdays. Flamer here on the tax. Didn't get any gem bashing done, which again I feel like is a big mistake. Ooh, Witchblade of Kernus is now out. Completely misses his ethereal slash there though, which is quite bad from Dingus. He should have just kept walking, anticipated the retreat, and then been ready to get them in retreat. Honestly, with the amount of HP these guys are on, it might have even wiped them. Maybe, I'm not sure. Rangers running around very, very risky on 1 HP behind enemy lines. Not 1 HP, Jesus, that would be risky. 1 model. But what if they retreat? It would only be 1 strike from the dreadnought to kill them. You see the dreadnought running down trying to find them, but of course they are long gone. And the second attack here just with a sergeant, not some. Just a single sergeant. Maybe going to turn them into Stern Guard, we'll have to see. The problem, of course, is that Dingus is now in tier 3, so we've now got the prospect of a fire prism to deal with the dreadnought at very long range. Very weird that Dingus has not upgraded his Guardians at all. I actually would be upgrading my Guardians here because they are doing a lot of range trading, and that is ultimately what the upgrades on the Guardians help them do better. Trade in range with other ranged units. They've got to try and trade with tactical marines. They need all the help they can get to do that.
The requisition point is ours.
We have lost the generator to enemy fire.
Beware the dreadnought's deadly grasp.
Well, the fire prism is now out on the field. Let's see what it can do. There's a good split here from Dingus. He's losing his natural, but he's decapping the mid whilst putting pressure onto this. He's got an autark now as well. It's going to help him with the map control. Guardians steal the garrison. Unupgraded Guardians, they're not going to do a whole lot of damage to the tactical marines with the sergeant. Ooh, big hit there from the fire prism, as well as some chip from the bright lance. Gotta be careful though, there is a Devastator squad. Dingus should remember he's been getting shot by a heavy bolter, so that could be turned into a las cannon at any minute, and now they are indeed a las cannon. Guardians forced off their tactical marines, just going to take the building so that they're not vulnerable to the prism, which is rotating around. Bright Lance pushed back by the tech marine, and we've got a bit of capping going on down here by the flame attack. Honestly, flame attack feels like it's been used very conservatively by techs. And Dingus there didn't really have a very concerted push with his troops. He had his troops scattered around the place, and that meant that he's actually found himself pushed back away onto his 50% of the map in spite of him having that fire prism threat. So that's pretty bad for him. This is buying time for Tex to get to tier 3 himself, which I believe he's in, and he's now going for a scout squad to repair his dreadnought, which is very, very injured. Not like he needs the scout squad, he does still have red for Blessings of the Omnissiah. Still got his tech marine that can repair. Tech marine going to be swapping back to the mass-crafted bolter now that the only vehicle threat is a fire prism, which really, as long as Dingus macros correctly, the tech marine has no right to be within range of. The tech marine's melter is range 30 and the fire prism is range 65, so, and the fire prism is faster. So come on, if you lose your fire prism to a melter gun tech marine, I'm sorry, something went wrong. Especially when there's no ASM to get the guaranteed jump into Melter Bomb from a mile away. Tactical Marines here going to be swapping out into the Stern Guard. This is actually quite risky. The damage coming out this wall is quite high. No, he's not going to be able to wipe the tax before they can reinforce, but they did feed him a little bit of XP. Level 3. Grenade going onto the las cannon there, but not going to be too effective. The Autark should be able to 1v1 this Tech Marine, which is awkward. Very awkward for Tex, actually. I wonder what Tex's play is going to be here. Maybe get a Predator, rush down the No, you probably don't want a Predator, actually. He's already got a Bright Lance, the Fire Prism. As I've discussed, I'm sure, many times on the channel, if you get a mainline battle tank, so we're talking Predator, Lehman Russ, Looted Tank, Chaos Predator, any of these things, Vortimer Razorback even, and you just rush down a Fire Prism, you will beat it 1v1. But the Fire Prism has more range. So what you do is you support the Fire Prism by layering it with an infantry style AV source. So within this arc here, so you could have a Bright Lance here, and then the Fire Prism can loiter in this area. So if at any point the Predator tries to bomb rush the prison, you hold your ground, reversing backwards so they can't hit you in the rear, and with the contributory DPS from the Bright Lance, you will kill the Predator. But the fact that the Fire Prism has more range than the Predator, and basically all of the other assets that the enemy has, it encourages them to do those kind of bum rush plays, which end up being quite suicidal. And that's how you utilise the Fire Prism best. So we see the Dreadnought here trying to utilise some sort of line of sight blocking to get onto the Bright Lance. It does have that wrist-mounted flamethrower, so it can do some chip to the Bright Lance, but it would take a while to kill it. And of course, it's a bit cautious right now due to the Fire Prism. Is this Terminators coming in? Or is this a Venerable Dreadnought? It's a fucking Vendread! Wow. Where's the AV? He needs AV to follow this up. He's got a last cannon down here. Is the grenade being thrown? Are they going to get that shot? Oh, they're just out of range on the last cannon. Fire Prism takes out the Dreadnought. Venerable Dreadnought was a very strange choice. It gets a beautiful special attack off there, but it needs to charge away. It's taking damage right now from the Bright Lance, and there is a second Fire Prism out in the field. I'm afraid 2 Fire Prisms against a Venerable Dreadnought is not a good situation for the Vendread. My god, one more shot from the Prism will kill it for sure. It's only got 5 HP. It's so dead. Yeah, it's dead. Wow. Well, there you go. Well, this is going to be a Saturday cast because honestly, Dingus has stomped him. I don't know who sent this in, but this is... Yep, well played, Dingus. I mean, listen, Dingus, if you lose this match now, I'm going to be fucking fuming. It was a bad engagement, but at the same time, I don't know why he dropped a Vendread. That was very weird. Vendread against Prisms? What? Even the Predator would struggle. Oh, nice kinetic pulse there. So the Tech Marine caught the Prism there because he attacked from the Prism's rear. But the kinetic pulse just cooked the Tech Marine beautifully. Good Prism play. Good Prism play. Nice tier 1 with a lot of units. I'm actually quite impressed with the unit preservation of Dingus. Turret clearly bamboozled Dingus though. He kind of hinted to kill that turret. The turret got way more value than it needed to. It bled so many models, it pulled Dingus's army apart and meant that Dingus was focusing on killing the turret and not destroying the gens, and then it eventually led to the bloody wipe of the Banshees as well. So turret definitely having a lot more value than it needed to. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know if Tex just DC'd. Tex rage quit. This is what old age does to you guys. It turns you into a dark being. Okay, we're fast forwarding, boys. He's getting a Predator. It's the AI. It's the AI. Alright, whatever. That's the end of the cast, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. This is a Saturday cast. I cast the replays that get sent in, but I don't have time to watch them because of this stupid replay system where I have to spend... So if they send in a 20-minute cast, I still have to spend 5 minutes watching it, and then 1 minute loading it, 1 minute getting out with it. That's 7 minutes of my life gone just to watch a cast that I then have to cast. And then I've seen parts of the cast. So when a crazy event happens, I can't be like, whoa, I'm so shocked. Whoa, look at that event, so cool. Because I've seen it. So it kind of ruins the novelty. But in that regard, I rely on people who submit the casts. And this was a very dominant showing from Dingus. So what can I say? That was one that was sent in. Hope you enjoyed it anyway. We got to see some nice gameplay. And ultimately, remember, most games of Dawn of War 2 are like this. They're not, you know, they're not super close games. Most aren't, and that's why most of the games are shorter than the duration that you see in the casts. But anyway, if you did enjoy that, then please leave a comment comment, and remember to like the video. If you want to see more high-level content with closer games than this, you know where to find them. Check out the Patreon. There are over 40 exclusive casts available on there that you get immediate access to with just one $5 payment. Torpid signing out.